Okay. This is like my, I don't know how many attempts. All right, I'm trying to get a decent, so I can take a screenshot of it. It's all hamajang, as we say. Because, all right. So this one is talk about this. Well, I'm going to talk about this because of this. This gets down to the nano level. Oh, and I meant to call this up before I started my video. Sorry, let me get on my tablet for just a second. And I can show you pictures. I guess on Facebook. And where did I wind up on this tablet? I wound up at Crouton Ramon's House of Math. Let's see. Um, I can show you pictures. Okay, it seems like it would take me too long. Yeah, because I don't post it often, and I should post it more often. Because it's so cool, actually. What you see is. I'm just having fun scrolling through all the pictures on my page. What you see is the nanotechnology. And this guy named Robert Young, who is currently sitting in jail because he got behind this and was letting people know that they have created nanotechnology. It looked like that is able to attract because it is nano-sized, so it can attract these things. Because if the structure is too large, like micro-sized, it doesn't attract these things well. This attracts, traps them, and then now what you have there is it's going to attract until such time as the charge goes neutral. Because what you have at the nano level there is a negatively charged superstructure and positively charged particles, and they've made a bond. And there's pictures of the zeolite, and oddly enough, zeolite forms, and Hawaii is rich in zeolite when volcanic ash or lava, and I believe it's Pohoihoi flows, run into the ocean. This substance called zeolite is formed, and zeolite attracts all manner of the nasties. Okay, so we're gonna talk about that. Uh, so guess who should put their link underneath this video? Can you guess? Hey, you. Yeah. Anyway, it's her link. But this thing right here, it's crazy what's going on. And people can't seem to understand. This removes the MAC address from you. No, oh, and I didn't queue up anything. I'm a terrible host. Okay, inside your brains, at the nano and pico level, are trace amounts of this stuff, which is known as monoatomic gold. I keep it shielded from all the RF because this is a very strange substance and subject. If you delve into it, you fall down a rabbit hole. More evidence that this place is not what they tell us. Anyway, so you have trace amounts of gold in the dendrites in your head. Now, there is video going around showing what happens when mercury and gold get together. And if you want to ruin your gold for this experiment, be my guest, but find it on the internet. and you can see what happens when you mix mercury with gold. Okay, so if there is nano or pico amounts of mercury floating around in your brain, it will do that to the dendrites, which contain trace amounts of gold. This is not rocket surgery. Okay, this right here, 10 parts per million. Ask the woke AI, and it will tell you, oh, you better avoid this stuff. There's your clue. Anyway, this is only 10 parts per million. I swear by this stuff. I've been using it for years and years, 20, 30 years. The boys got this all the time. Great on, you want to take pain out of burns? And that's not making any kind of claims. I've seen it. I've had it happen. I use it on my own because I have burned myself cooking. And I had a friend that burned herself badly. And we had the gel, because it comes in a gel form. The gel is in the refrigerator. And put the gel on and took the pain out instantly. And the pain was so much that she was practically crying because she accidentally grabbed a hot pan. And it took the pain out immediately. Okay, you can also put this in your eyes so it doesn't get in your guts, and then it gets into the interstitial fluid. And guess what? Trace amounts of silver also in the dendrites. Because we are piezoelectric. We are the original software. And, but we're organic. We can build more dendrites. And if you have the most conductive metal that we know of, when that construction is going on, available, your body will, like through magic, construct those dendrites using the trace amounts of silver. I don't have, and I normally have, I usually have this in colloidal form, silver in colloidal form. This is ionic. And copper in ionic form. But here is copper. Shall we talk about copper? You can find on the internet reactions. Now that I can find quickly. And you will see. What time is it? Oh, it's Saturday, July 26th, and it's 2:22. All right. In Hawaii. It's 5:22 here. But let's go look over on the internets, and we'll show you what happens. Let's see here. Copper reactions. There you go. How about some images? And there's a lovely image. Okay. Oh, look. Can you see that one is blue and one is green? These are two. This is plants. Oh, stop it. That's the thing about this bug radio. What happened? I was going so good, and then... See, and that was the complaint, actually, with... oh, somehow the Gemini assistant came up. Get out. Oh my goodness. All right. And that was the complaint with the screen being so close, you accidentally open stuff if it detects the thing. Anyway, the idea is blue water falling on Texas. Green, this is what plants do, like I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted. Okay, this right here is a reaction, an endothermic reaction, when you take copper, cupric oxide actually, mill it finely down to the micro and nano levels, and then you hit it with a laser, which was recorded by Nino Rodriguez, actually, and many others in Texas. Just before that crazy flooding, there were many laser blasts, because what were they doing? You start the reaction by hitting the nanoparticles with lasers and heating them up. And then once this reaction happens with the cupric oxide and H's and O's, you're going to wind up with an endothermic reaction that creates H2O with the copper as an accelerant. And what they figured out is that like 1 pound of this stuff, and it's not this is the, or supposedly bioavailable for humans form, and I make sure it's bioavailable by processing it before I actually consider myself taking it, because if you just take the pill, it's going to be difficult to absorb. But the idea is that they put this technology in the sky, they heat it up, they cause an endothermic reaction, which is why everybody says it goes from like 90 to 50 like that. And what happened? Oh, it starts raining. And then off in the distance, in other places, people report that they got blue water in their swimming pool, and they got blue water in their tarps, and they got blue water in buckets. Oh, how did that happen? I'm telling you how it happened. And that's also why you would see the temperature drop dramatically, because it's an endothermic reaction. And I can't remember what it was, like a gallon of this made 40 million gallons. Can you do the math? 40 million gallons of water for every gallon of this reactive substance. Because hydrogen is abundant in the atmosphere. And it's a hydrogen reaction. And then what is this? Cupric oxide. So the copper donates its oxygen to the hydrogen, and you get water. Ungodly amounts of water. Again, this stuff not hot. If you can do some freaking math, have a little knowledge of chemistry, understand you have an enemy, Ozzy was in the service of that enemy. Okay, here's what you gotta do. You gotta get the number code, and this is gonna be on my website soon. The pages are in under construction. They're in the till, as I say. They're in the can, but they haven't gone live yet because they're not finished, and there's lots of, oh man. Anyway, I got stuff to do, including making these videos, and I gotta make a video for RKX. But anyway, I'm not having it. So you want to play this game. Play this game. And the way it works is there's one, so I'm gonna go. Actually, I'm not gonna use red because that's the pen that. I'll tell you what. No, not that. Oh, use green. Oh wait. Harold's purple crayon if it writes dark. Put it right there. Yeah, but he don't write dark. Oh, you can see him though. There's something darker. Like you. I like it. Okay. B, C, D, E. Ah, jeez. See, this is where you pause the video, or actually where you fast forward. Hit the fast forward button. Oh, what is this? Okay. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. Am I going to go off? Nope, I'm still on. What do you know? J, K, L, M. Did that go off? It even made it on, and it's all wiggly waggedy. Look at that. Woohoo! All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, G7, 8, 9, 10. K is 11, 12, 13. You know why? Because AI no can do them is why. N. Actually, it can, but you got to train it. O, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. Okay, I gotta get going because I gotta get going. All right, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Oh, 18, 19, 20, 21. Oh, 22. That should be easy to remember, and so should this. So that one and that one should be easy. And then you can play games like Hangman, where you put the... And they don't get this, by the way. And this is after you practice and you're playing. So then I know, like, say, a 3-letter word. But you got to put the numbers, right? Not the letters. So let's say that this is 16. And see, you got to guess between 1 and 26. It's a heck of a game of Hangman. And 9. And you could say, if you get lazy, I, but it's supposed to be 9. Right? Okay, I'll make it a 4. Oh. And 6. And see, what you do is you play Hangman. And you figure out 16, 4. And then you could have a really... Right? You used to like put legs on it, and each one, like, okay, so they make a guess, and that's a leg, and then they make a guess, and that's another leg, and then they make a guess, and that's another leg, and then they make a guess, and now you make the post, and then you make another guess. Boom! We haven't even gotten to the Hangman yet, and that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guesses. Oh, and because there's 26 of them, when they guess, they get to say higher, or you get to say higher or lower. So let's say we were guessing 16, and they say 20, and you say lower. So they already know none of these. Right? And then they say 8 or H, and you say higher. Right? Okay, so we're already here. We've used 2 guesses. You see how it works? Right? And then you can narrow it down. And then you can ask for hints and so on. You guys know how to play Hangman. But this is Hangman with numbers instead of the letters. So who are we gonna... What is this? Can you guess what that is? Can you see what that is? And see, this might not be a video about what you think it is. Oh, I'm gonna make my rope long enough. And it usually goes like that, right? And then sometimes the guess is like this, right? So there's 3 extra guesses, so you can figure out the 3. And then, oh, wait a minute. What is that? Okay. So then I'll tell you, I'll give you some code here. And we'll make it equals. Oh, correspondence. let's see here. Where am I going to put it? I'm going to put it down here, and I'm going to use a different color. How about the orange? That look, yeah. Ooh, and it's right in the thing. Yeah, still a 16 or something. Okay, not so easy for read. Oh, let's try to use this one. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Okay. I want to use up my run, but let's see. So this is equal to. And see, Americans customarily do this. And what am I talking about? We customarily do this to these. Where was that? Customarily, Americans use these on these. And they're going to try and make you feel sorry for them. Oh, poor guys. They had to suffer through all that fame and fortune. Because our adversary rewards his servants generously. But guess what? So does your benefactor. But the trick is, you want your benefactor to be on your side instead of figuring out what side and where your benefactor is going and then getting on that side. Because you think God should be with you instead of you being with God. And you know what to do. You know what's right. Oh my God. Stop it. And there are very, very few of them that are actually truly sorry. They're just liars. And they'd love it if you felt sorry for them. And I don't have any sympathy for the devil. Call me crazy. But customarily, we do this. It's a 646, 1646. Oh, look, that rhymes. Not to mention, the reason I talk about this, same guys, right? So they're putting it in, this takes it out. These guys are putting it in, this takes it out. Why are these guys putting it in? Well, because they want to make sure. This sounds like crazy conspiracy theory to me. Okay. They want to make sure that you are full of particles that they can send a wave to instruct nanotechnology. And I had that whole thing up there, right? Technology at a very, very tiny level to self-assemble in you. Now, if it's nano-sized, many of us thought, and we were wrong, that it would assemble in about 3 years. Turns out it's about 3 to 5 years, and you can tell by the escalation of unsolved mysterious. It's so ridiculous. Adult sudden death syndrome. Okay. We don't have any idea. And one of their primary servants did quite a bit of social engineering for them. And we're going to skip right over this part. And go directly to redemption. I don't know what kind of Christians do that. We're talking about the sons and daughters. Oh, because they're not your sons and daughters. What if it was your son or your daughter? And if survived, they give them back to you with panda eyes. Stop it. But customarily, Americanly, Americans do this, right? Oh, also, let's see here. Just do your job, guys. It's not that hard. It's already written down. And guess what? It's a higher crime than this, according to them. Let's see here. That's 20. You know where I'm going with this already, I would expect. Let's see here. 19. 3. Oh, 1. Where? Oh, 19. Wait, not 19. 18. 5. Uh, oh, is it starting to take shape? Let's see here. Now 1. Now 19. Now 15. Now 14. Also, customarily, we don't have a prison sentence for this. What we have used to be really brief. The sentence was hung by the neck until dead, which is what this game represents. But that's what Americans used to do. But now they've converted you into U.S. citizens, and they want you to forget all about this. What list? Why is this even important? Why would you still talk about this? Please, sordid details. Or maybe he really is crazy like a pox. We'll see. But until then, many of you now realize that you're paying taxes to these guys. They're in your churches. They're in your schools. They're in your women's rooms. They're certainly in your government. They're in your media. You listen to their music. You watch them make movies. They entertain you. You watch them on the news. Who are you watching? You know who's on those lists. Oh, and you also to govern you. Except it's not funny. But anyway, clearly this over this, and understand it's not a joke. This is considered a breach of trust, and there is no higher crime among people you don't understand and refuse to exist, but there is no higher crime among them than a breach of trust. And this is the ultimate breach of trust. But not how you think. Because you're thinking about republics and countrymen and so forth, and I'm thinking about citizens and corporations. But anyway, we'll see what happens here. But traditionally, unless they commute it because the president can commute and because this is extenuating circumstances, I don't know ever in the history of ever in any country. Well, that's not true. Maybe in a. I'd have to do some research. We'll have to ask an AI to go scrub the internet and see. Has there been a commander in chief charged with treason? Like the only one I can think of is Napoleon. But has there, in recent memory, and certainly not in American history, a commander in chief? And bro, you guys, hi, hi, hi. You know why you hi? I can tell you why you hi. Because you guys thinking somehow that this is gonna be two, uh, 15, and one of my personal favorites, 10. But it's not. It's gonna be this guy's 1017 because this is under the purview of the 415-4. So if it really is that, the sentence is that, so now what? I'm interested to see because I don't think, me personally, I'm a cynic, so I think it's a great story. I think the United States Corporation puts on the best show on earth. And I think the guy that plays Trump is a really good actor. And occasionally Trump plays himself. And by now, hopefully, you've figured out that, oh, it's not crazy conspiracy theory when it comes to might not have been Biden. They tried to make it obvious. If you was paying attention, there was one of them where it was clearly a rubber mask. Clearly. On more than one occasion, actually, they did that. And now they're revealing finally that, oh, those were not filmed in the actual White House. That it was a soundstage. And they're wanting you to forget all about this because this is the higher crime. And I will admit, if you read their stuff, the breach of trust is actually the high. But see, this is a breach of trust. And see, this is such a breach of trust that many of you can't even conceive of it. But see, sure, redemption, sure. But you know what's more important for the sons and daughters? Much more important. Oh, Michael. Let's do it. Let's just do this. 10. Get your little Dick Tracy decoder ring out. Uh, 21. Do you know where I'm going? Yes, you do. 19. 20. Oops, almost didn't wait. Oh. Let's see. What's a one, two, three, four, five, six, 7 letter word. Oh, seven. A 7 letter word that generally these have been escaping from. And they literally go to their graves without any of this. And you wonder why things are the way they are. No worries, archaics people. I gotta make some videos for the archaics guys, and I gotta work on that webpage, and I gotta go meditate. So ever so much more can be said about this, but see, we are now at a time where if you speak too much, they can remove your speech. So I'm talking about a game here where you play. Any little kid knows this game, and you know the rules of the game. All right. CroutonOfMountainSassamat.com for more.